Hello my dark ones, and welcome back to the Dark Venus channel. So today we are going to be doing an eclipse reading for the lunar eclipse in Virgo. Just kind of see what energy is coming in, where we are, and kind of where we're headed for some guidance for the eclipse season. So I'm gonna get started by pulling the energy activation oracle. We're just gonna see what is the lunar eclipse in Virgo bringing in, or taking away, should I say? What is it bringing in or taking away? Ooh, third eye chakra, okay. Oh, y'all saw how prosperity popped out in reverse. Oh man, don't like that. Man, okay. Let's keep going. I'll do a couple more cards. Crown chakra. Wow, this is like a really spiritual eclipse for some reason. Magic. Okay. Got some practitioners out here. And then one more, please. What is this lunar eclipse in Virgo? What is it bringing in? What is it bringing in? Emergence. Okay. Okay, so sitting with the energy for a minute, just so we can kind of gather our thoughts. So immediately what we see here with the third eye chakra and the crown chakra both in our spread is that this is a super spiritual eclipse. It's really an activation for a lot of people, maybe people who weren't seeing things on a deep level before, or people who were just seeing things in the mundane realm. People who were just seeing things logically are now really starting to open their eyes as to what's happening, what's going on, and it might be a little bit uncomfortable. Also with prosperity in reverse, it's definitely looking like some sort of collective financial situation. Oh, and you know what? Together it might be that people are starting to see through the system. So whatever this financial system is, people are starting to recognize and see that all the things that they had maybe put their faith in are now kind of upside down. All of the wealth that they had, everything that they saved up. This sort of prosperity in reverse card is definitely giving the energy that people are going through it, especially in terms of like their assets, financially people are just really, it's a rough time, not even gonna lie. But it's also giving a little bit more financial awareness too. So those of us who have been like spending recklessly or haven't really necessarily been financially savvy is bringing in this energy here to where we're having to be more conscientious of what we're doing, what we're spending. For those of us who need to mature financially, this eclipse is definitely bringing it in. Yeah, lunar eclipse in Virgo is bringing in that energy of, I need to know the details of my finances, what's coming in, what's going out, how do I spend my money, also what am I investing in, am I clearing my debts? It's definitely giving financial maturity for sure. So even though it's definitely a rough time in terms of prosperity, it's a good thing because what I'm hearing is, it's something that we collectively need to do. Like, we collectively need to get on the ball in terms of our financial situation. Crown chakra next to magic, though. But it's almost giving, like, crown chakra next to magic is kind of giving, though we need to mature financially, we don't want to start to OCD and to worry about it. That's what it is. We don't want that energy of like, of anxiety. So for example, we know Virgos have a tendency to have more nervous conditions. They have more issues in terms of like their anxiety and just overly thinking, overly worrying about it. So even though we do need to start to financially mature, it's kind of saying that we don't really need to worry so much about it. There might be something new coming in. There might be a new financial system coming in, or there might be sort of a way that people are coping with their financial situation. But with this emergence card, it looks like something's coming through. Something new is definitely coming through with this eclipse. So let's dig in a little bit deeper. Okay. So let's go ahead and ask. I'm going to use the tarot this time so we can see what exactly is coming through for this Virgo eclipse. So we see the energy. Hold up. All the cards are bopping around. So we see what kind of energy is coming through. So it's giving something about financial institutions, emergence, there's magic. It's definitely very spiritual. So it's giving more like people need to lean on a spiritual source, a philosophy, versus logic or tangible things that they've always put their faith in. It's giving like faith in the universe versus faith in the self. So it's definitely giving like leaning on spirituality to get you through this financial time. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people are really going to have to do that in order to not lose hope. Okay, what else is coming through? What's going on with this financial situation in terms of the Virgo Lunar Eclipse? Ooh, Nine of Cups, but I got... Nine of Cups is a really great card. What else is coming through? The Lunar Eclipse in Virgo. Ooh, oh man, okay. I already know what this is. Okay, let's keep going. Lunar Eclipse. Yeah, you know, it's giving me the exact same energy. It's so funny because every time I pull, it's almost like... it's like I'll keep getting the exact same answers, but in a different form or fashion. And it's just very, very funny to me. Like, it's almost like Spirit's like, you know, I just told you this. I literally just said this. Like, what you needed me to say it in 3 different fonts? Like, because that's what I think of my cards as, a different fonts of the same message. So anyway, keeping it going. So... Nine of Cups next to the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Cups next to the Nine of Swords is... Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. So wishes, long-term goals. It's definitely giving like 11th house energy. So all the things that you've worked for, it's basically like a dream come true. But Nine of Swords is basically talking about a nightmare situation. But it's a mental nightmare situation. So yeah, it's literally what I just said with the last thing. It's like all of the... everything that you've put into your like hopes, wishes, dreams, it's giving like pivot energy, right? So everything that you thought your life was going to be, it's actually giving that it's turning around. Like you have to pivot. Especially right now, people are finding that they're having to, maybe move money around. Maybe they're having to get out of their career and go into something else. Maybe some people are starting businesses instead because they're finding that their economic situation is now calling for them to do that. Like it's giving very much pivot energy. Like whatever you thought your life was going to be, this is the time that you're going to be moving in a completely different direction. And for some people, this is a complete nightmare. Like this is a situation that they really hoped and wished and prayed was not going to happen, but unfortunately it's kind of where we are right now, just in a collective sense. Yeah, but with this Princess of Cups, it's giving the same sort of energy of like leaning on spirit, leaning on the divine instead of leaning on yourself, because that's what's really going to get you through this nightmare situation. If there is something that you're really struggling with, right? Because a lot of people are struggling to make decisions. People are struggling with where to go, what to do. Yeah, it's just really, it's really, really difficult. Yeah, people are struggling with decision making. And then on top of it, a lot of people are feeling stuck. Like they feel like they have no way out, nowhere to go. And the only place that they really can go is within. So it's giving like we definitely need to be more internal during this time, even though the external looks crazy, even though we have nowhere, not necessarily nowhere. What I mean is, even though we don't clearly see what is coming up ahead, we need to be hopeful and we need to lean on whatever our source is. So if that is a philosophy, if that's the love of your family, if that is a divine source, whatever it is, you need to lean more into that aspect so that you can kind of hold on to your sanity, because this right here is looking really crazy. Like, it's looking like people are literally hanging on by a thread. Especially with this Virgo eclipse energy, it's just giving like people can't even see the details anymore. They can't see the details. They can't see what they put away. They can't see any basically all of the chips. Everything is starting to crumble. It's almost giving tower energy too. Like, it's just very, very, this is a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit scary. Okay. So what are these solutions other than leaning on source, leaning on a spiritual source for strength? What are some solutions to this eclipse energy? What are some, hold up. What are some solutions to this eclipse energy? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me get my other deck actually. So let's move this out of the way. So let's ask, what are some solutions dealing with this eclipse energy? Because it seems like it's going to be financially tough for a lot of people. And I don't really want to leave on sort of a negative note or a negative message. So what is this going to be for a lot of people? What advice, Spirit, do you have? Hold on. Oh, oops, hold on. My whole deck is upside down, my bad. What advice do you have for people moving forward in this eclipse energy? Your hard work is paying off. Interesting. Okay, so there is some hope in terms of like people's work situation and money situation, even though on the surface it's probably looking really bad. It looks like there's some different things that are going to come through. So it's not all bad. A new romantic cycle begins. Interesting. Okay. What else? What are some solutions for this Virgo lunar eclipse? Confidence is your key to success. Okay, so starting from left to right, with this Capricorn new moon, anytime that I pull this card, this definitely has to do with structures, work, a business situation. So kind of like what I was saying with the last pull, a lot of people are going to be pivoting in terms of their work job situations, but what I'm getting here with this new moon in Libra is that people are going to have to start following their dreams. Like, it's now more important than ever that people go after their purpose or the things that they want to go after, because what Pluto moving through the sign of Aquarius wants the collective to do is just to break free. It wants people to be as authentic as possible, because the modern ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, but it's definitely asking that each person create their own abundance, their own wealth, their own systems, especially with the advent of AI and more things coming through. It's going to be easier than ever to start learning things, to start putting things into place, to start creating networks and systems. Like, even though this sort of old Capricornian system is pretty much gone, it's pretty much died out as of right now. There's definitely no more Pluto and Capricorn in our lifetime, but we definitely collectively needed to see ourselves within an inauthentic system so that we had the complete opposite experience, so that we know how to bring ourselves more into alignment. It was uncomfortable for a while for many of us, because we're fitting ourselves into a structure that we were never meant to naturally be in. So as we move into move deeper into Pluto and Aquarius, we're definitely all collectively needing to start to follow our dreams, because there's no reason not to, you know. I mean, if everything is already you know, going downhill, you might as well fight for your dreams. You might as well do the thing that you're here to do, right? Because I mean, if nothing else, you going after your dream is going to be fun for you. You going after your dream is going to be the thing that you love. And as a matter of fact, it might actually work this time because the energy is different. It's giving like, with this full moon in Sagittarius, is giving the universe is on your side. There's a divine presence and a divine force on your side. There is divine guidance, right? Because Sagittarius is all about the higher picture, higher philosophy, higher knowledge, and even having faith, right? So as we move again deeper into this Pluto and Aquarius energy, we're definitely going to have to start going after our dreams. It doesn't matter what it is, even if it's something silly. You know, you always wanted to be a writer, go write. You wanted to be an actor, go act. You wanted to be an electrician, you wanted to go travel the world. Figure out ways to make it work, right? Which is Capricorn. It's definitely putting systems in place and starting to build a new structure from scratch, because again, it is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is all about doing things brick by brick, layer by layer. But because we're in it more of an Aquarian age, these things are going to go a little bit faster. Money's going to definitely start moving faster, right? Because Libra is ruled by Venus. So Venus has to do with money, just like the moon does. So it's definitely twofold for sure. But yeah, definitely go after your dreams. Start doing the stuff that you want to do. And then with this Leo here is saying, even if you don't have all the knowledge, all the backing, all the smarts, whatever it is, go after it. Be confident, you know, even if you're not confident, fake it till you make it. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing what you want to do at this point in time. This is actually the perfect time to be doing exactly what you want to do. So have faith, have confidence, you know. This is all going to work out. And then it's so funny because Leo and Aquarius are two sides of the same spectrum, right? So they're on the same axis. And while Leo asks for you to have confidence, to go after what you want, to be bold in action, to really show who you are in the most authentic manner, Aquarius, on the other hand, is also asking for you to detach. So go after your dreams, do what you like, be your best self, but don't be so attached to the outcome. Even though it's very difficult, especially in terms of like our money situation, all of us for sure want to be attached to the outcome, because we're like, how are we gonna freaking make money? Like, it might take a minute to build an audience, or it might take a minute to break into the industry, whatever it is. What it's saying is, go after your dreams, but don't be too attached to them. And that's going to also make it easier. So just like with the other two card pulls, leaning into your spirituality, into your philosophy, whatever your personal non-tangible source is for strength, lean into that, but also lean into a little bit of detachment. That way you're not struggling emotionally after every little setback, because even though going after your dreams is going to be a lot of fun, there are setbacks, there are learning curves, there are things that you're going to have to do, sacrifices that you're going to have to make in terms of moving in a new direction. So you're just going to have to allow yourself to be flexible and just detach, you know. That's definitely going to help you. And then again, just having faith and knowing that things are definitely, they're on the way to changing. You know, if nothing else, the only constant that we know in life is change. So be on the lookout for that, you know, even if it's something you haven't done before, that is okay. At some point we all didn't know how to walk, and guess what? We're all walking. All right. Okay. Let's do some closing messages. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and close this out. We'll go back to the tarot. So what? What we like as a closing message? Okay, Six of Swords. I'm liking that. Give us a closing message, please, about this Virgo eclipse. Please give us a closing message about this Virgo eclipse. Please give us a closing message about this Virgo eclipse. Uh-oh. All these are coming out. Okay, Seven of Cups. In reverse. Okay, hold on. Only these cards are just doing the most. Hopping, skipping, and jumping. Alright. Closing messages. Beautiful. Six of Pentacles. Two more cards, please. Two more cards. Ooh, Four of Swords. You know, that's one of my favorite cards. I likes to rest. One more, please. Okay, hold on. One more. Okay. Three of Wands. Okay. Starting from left to right, we see the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords always indicates a turbulent situation, but moving on from that turbulent situation. So it's definitely giving, it's definitely not going to be the easiest eclipse, but we're gonna make it, you know. It's giving like it's gonna be easier after the eclipse. It's also going to be breaking a lot of people's illusions and delusions about reality, about, I mean, we already kind of went through that with the thing that shall not be named, but I think even more so after this eclipse. I think a lot more people are going to be kind of eyes open to what reality we're living in, and then they're going to start to move accordingly. So there's that. Now with the Six of Pentacles, it's giving like people are going to start to figure out ways around this energy, though. Like they're going to start to figure out, yeah, new ways to be prosperous. Yeah, that's actually super positive. Yeah, so basically, child, I'm telling you, this reading it's like the same thing over and over again, and I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, basically it's giving people are going to be a little bit more on the, what do we call that, ingenuity. So people are definitely going to start to find more ways to support each other. Like it's giving and receiving. So it might be that people are finding community and finding out ways to maybe do things together so that they can have a flow of prosperity. Yeah, it's definitely giving a little bit more harmonious energy. It could also be that people are finding ways to create their own prosperity in terms of like maybe starting a garden, maybe they're trading things with other people. There's definitely a form of wealth that is coming in that might be a little bit non-traditional, but it's definitely going to be realistic and it's going to be accessible to most people. So that's going to be nice. It's also going to be requiring us to rest more, to take definitely a mental break, just because things have been really intense, especially for the month of March. As we've seen, everyone and their mom has been telling us that the month of March is extremely chaotic. And I would have to agree to a certain extent. I do think that the energy is chaotic. It's very much ungrounded. And so what it's asking us to do, especially with this eclipse cycle coming through, is just to rest, relax, recharge, feed ourselves mentally and emotionally. Definitely, it's time to take care of yourself and to go within. Even though I think a lot of people are already tired of the winter months, it feels like the longest winter ever. I don't know if anyone else agrees. Please let me know in the comments if you do. But it's definitely a time that we still need to continue to be a little bit more solitary, a little bit more restful, because after this it seems like things are going to start picking up a little bit later, but it's still not quite time. So yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it with patience, deal with it with grace, and just know that things are going to change very, very soon. That's part of the reason that this eclipse is coming, is that it's going to start, eclipse season is going to start making those changes happen really quickly. It's going to start putting people in alignment with their path. If you've been off your path, it's definitely going to make you get back on it. And if you're on the path, it's definitely going to speed you up. So just know that things are going to change. Even though this might not be the easiest eclipse for a lot of people, it's definitely going to be an eclipse that is giving people more introspection and more knowledge. It's going to allow people to be a little bit more realistic. So if people are hiding their heads in the sand, it's giving realist, you know, because Virgo is not the sign. I mean, obviously Virgo is opposite Pisces, the sign of illusions, but you know, Virgo doesn't play that. Virgo is like, what is it? What's the detail? How do I do it? You know, they want to know what's going on. So this eclipse is very much giving, like, if you had your head in the sand, you're not going to have it in the sand after this. You know, it's giving very much realist. So, but even with that, it is important to stay positive. It is important to take care of yourself, to rest, to relax as much as possible. I know that we all have to still work. We all have to still we all have to still make money and do the things that and take care of our responsibilities, but even with that, take care of yourself as much as possible. And that is it. I think we are all closed out. Anything else we want to hear? Anything else we need to talk about or discuss? Yeah, I just pulled another card, Two of Wands. Yeah, so we're definitely going to move forward after this eclipse comes. So just be patient. All right. It's been a pleasure. I will see you all in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the Dark Venus channel, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, links in the description.